Hello, Virgo. This is Casey. I'm here to do your April 15th through 30th reading for 2020. Okay. First card up is stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And then it says honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Maybe you'll meet somebody when you go on a holiday. If we ever get out of lockdown. Okay. Maybe you met somebody on a holiday, or you need to take a holiday with somebody when you have a chance. Okay. Okay. So first card up is the Knight of Wands. Okay, knights are action. Now, this knight is taking one step at a time. He's hiding behind a mask. He's not sure what's going on. He's not letting people see who he is. Going through lots of transformation and change, though. They are also going in and clearing away a lot of old growth. Okay, and they're learning a lot of truth and charity. That scared me. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so it's one step at a time. Okay. Now, somebody is dealing with some heartache. This could be separation by distance, disputes, arguments, could be just broken heart, okay? But the thing is, this tells me if you take the time to communicate, this can be resolved. And then we have the 10 of Swords. Okay, a 9 is a completion. A 9, you're done. You're just totally done. A 10, you're cleaning up the last of that and getting ready to start all over for a new beginning. The universe has opened up a new pathway for you. You just need to finish moving out from underneath this energy. This is backstabbing, abuse, trauma, drama, people talking about you, okay? Now, in the past, we have the 4 of Pentacles. This is somebody that is not open to giving and receiving. And I can understand with some of the energy that's going on, people are in shock, they're scared, but a lot of people have tapped into their creativity and are finding ways of giving out this love and this compassion and this caring, okay? But this person is totally shut down at this point. It might be relationship-wise. It might be everything else that's going on right now. But the energy is stagnant, okay? Everything is stagnant, and nothing's going to move as long as they're holding on tight. And then now we have the 8 of Swords. This is being stuck in your head. Can't make a decision. Can't make a choice. Hi, EJ66. Okay. This is... This is a self-made prison, okay? Could actually be somebody locked up in prison also, but this is a choice. Either way, it's a choice, okay? She can stand up. Her feet are not tied up. Her hands are tied together, but they're not tied down. She could reach up, take the blindfold off, grab a sword, cut the bindings, and walk away. It's a self-made prison. This is belief systems. This is points of view. This is the story we tell ourselves. We keep ourselves stuck and can't move forward or backward because we're stuck in these points of view, okay? Now, we have 2 8s here. Okay, I need to study numerology. So we have the Strength card. This is a major arcana. This is long term. Don't let anybody tell you that love, compassion, gentleness are weaknesses, okay? You do not have to push, shove, manipulate, control. She didn't use any of those things with this lion. They have formed a friendship through respect and mutual love. They're standing strong together in the wind, okay? But somebody's walking away from something that's no longer emotionally fulfilling. they're walking away into the light. They're walking away into something better. Okay. So I'm going to tell you, if you do that a lot, tell yourself stories, block yourself, sit down and write a list of it. If you go in and look at my playlists, there's one in there, it's called Classes. It's got something in there called the bubble technique. You can go in and clear that story. Okay. It's a technique that was created by, I can't even think of his name. The book is Clear Emotions in Minutes, Emotions in Moments. Gary Sinclair. Okay. And this technique is awesome. Awesome. Lots of people clearing a lot of stuff. But sit down and make a list of all the stories that you're telling yourself. Yeah. That's funny because all three of them are 8. In fact, and let me look up what number 8 means. I didn't pay attention. Numerology 8. I'm glad you pointed that out to me. Thank you. The number 8 symbolizes the principle of dominion. Control and achievement represents the executive decision maker. The 8 person tends to be rather formal, stern, and hard-headed. 8 is the number of the natural leader with a good grasp of how to accomplish any goal. That's not what I wanted. I don't want life path. It's money and power. I know the number 8 can represent money, but money and power. It is true that number 8, more than any other number, puts the emphasis in the areas of career, business, finances, and authority. The shape of the number reflects its most important attribute. First and foremost, balance. That makes sense. So you're kind of ebb and flow, huh? Yeah. It's a great karmic equalizer. Ah, that's interesting. There's 3 of them here. A force that just as easily creates as it destroys. When the number 8 comes knocking, you can be assured that you will reap what you sow. So in other words, what you put out there is what you're getting back. The law of attraction. I'm going to think of that from now on as the law of attraction number. Okay, so, but then 8 times 3 is 24, which breaks down to 6, and I'm not sure what 6. I need to study the numerology. I'm studying so many things all the time, I can't pay attention. Okay. Yeah, so do I, hon. Yes. Okay. So in the future, we have the 2 of Pentacles. Again, talking about balance. This person's trying to balance their prosperity and their abundance. Could be family, could be job, okay? But they're so busy trying to balance everything, they're not paying attention to things. He's got his back turned to the ship coming in. So that's telling me that he's not open to receiving. Whether he's just going to miss an opportunity or he's just not ready for it, okay? Now, we do have the Page of Cups. That's the early beginnings of something of an emotional nature, okay? This could be an apology. It could be the early start of a love relationship. And this is going to bring in, this is the best card in the whole deck. This is the Sun. Ultimate joy, happiness, fulfillment, innocence, creativity, everything. This is total fulfillment on all levels, okay? Where you're at now is the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, to me, okay, this is a lack consciousness card. On some level, you are feeling like you're not worthy. Well, I can understand why everybody would be going through it now. Please don't buy into the fear. I'm asking you guys to find uplifting things. I sat and cried today because I watched a video on a man crawling across the ice and rescuing a dog. Okay. There was, gosh, I watched probably 40 videos today and just cried. I've been watching Disney movies, and they show movies of heroes, of people that show the magnificence of the human spirit. That's just it. Okay. And like, it's not just people, but I can go in and see. I was crying on Pisces. I'm so terrible. I'm such a crybaby. I need the Crybaby of the Year award from Disney. Okay. So they tell the story of Balto, but the original dog was Togo. This man, this is how important choices and decisions are. Yeah. Okay. They had diphtheria in Nome. He had just came back, and they were going to have the storm of the century in there. He looked at those children and knew he needed to make the run. Look at me. To go get the medicine. So he was doing a 600-mile round trip to get this medicine and get back. Okay. So the governor had him try to meet somebody halfway or part of the way, right? And the guy was taking care of his dogs, and the man was passing him, and he's screaming and yelling, and this dog, Togo, heard him and stopped, and the man walked back and got the medicine. So he's coming back. I don't want to tell you the whole movie, but he risked his life. He risked the life of his dog. I look at that, and that dog was meant to do that, and this is a true story. It's a true story. This dog was a pain in the butt from the time he was born. He tried to give him away twice. What I'm saying is, this dog was meant to do that. Sometimes the universe places things in place before we even know we need them. It's just having that faith and trust that everything's going to be all going to work out. Okay. But the universe always knows, and we just have to have that faith and trust. Okay, so I shouldn't even put this video up. Okay, this is a lack consciousness. I understand a lot of people are in that lack consciousness right now. Where's the money coming from? Where's the food coming on? How am I going to pay my rent? Everybody's in lack consciousness right now. You've got to reframe that thinking process. Start focusing on the gratitude for the things that you already have, and have a little bit of faith and trust in the universe that it's coming in. Okay. It really, it may take a while, but you know what? We are humans, all of us, and we have this magnificent spirit that we can overcome anything. Okay. Just remember that. Instead of watching all the fear stuff they're putting out there, sit and watch some rescue movies, and people are going out. A CEO gave his 10,000 people in his company his personal phone number in case they needed anything. How many people do that? He shows that he's really caring for his people. Just a lady's using her dog over here in Boulder to go to her neighbor's house. Her neighbor has heart problems, so she's really, really quarantined. Yeah. She sends the dog over, gets a list of groceries. The dog brings it back. She goes and gets the groceries, puts them on the dog, and the dog takes them to her neighbor. People are awesome. People are coming out of the woodwork and doing all these wonderful things. We need to focus on that rather than all this fear that's going around, okay? Yeah. I know. It's yeah. But you know what? You wouldn't be here watching my videos if you guys weren't light workers. okay? Because I throw some pretty unusual stuff out there. And people come back and listen to my videos for days after I put them up, especially on the weekends. But it's we've got to tap into who we really are, So we've got this lack consciousness. But what are we going to do with that lack consciousness, okay? The environment around you is the opportunity to go within, know who you are, okay? What you can do to make the world a better place, make your life, your family a better, better place, a better situation, better family, everything, and then go out and shine your light in the world. This is our chance, okay? I'm sorry, guys. I'm on my soapbox. Then, so in your hopes and fears, we have the Six of Pentacles. Again, there needs to be more of a give and take. Somebody is taking, and this person's open to receiving because they're receiving and then they're giving also. Yes, exactly, hon. Exactly. And let me finish this first. Then somebody's taking, but this person's open to giving and receiving. These people aren't, okay? There's hands taking. So I had a reading today, and I'm telling you, I'm walking around like a zombie around here, not knowing what to do. I can't focus. I can't sit down. I know I'm being talked to in the middle of the night. I sit down today, and I give readings all the time. Okay. I try to help. I try to encourage, especially making choices and decisions, because we're taught you can't do this, you can't do that. But no, you have choice. God gave you free will, use it, So I'm on the other side of getting a reading today. And before I sit down, girl, I'm telling you, the communication between me and spirit. I don't hear my spirit guides. I just know things. Okay. But today I sat down to actually have a quick reading from somebody online, and I made a joke about it. I said, I'm on the other end this time. And this voice popped in my head and said, they're going to know that you were going through some major growth. This girl had me crying through the whole reading. And then the people that were on there all know who I am, and they were all just grateful for everything that's been going on and whatever I've been able to help the system with. It was very humbling, but yeah. So that was an experience for me, but I think we all need to acknowledge that we're going through some kind of spiritual growth too. We chose to be here at this time. We're here for a reason, okay? And we're going to be okay. We have that human spirit. That is, we are so resilient, Something's changing. They're getting stronger. I've always been an empath, but something's shifted, something's changed. I can't even begin to describe it. I don't know. I just kind of take everything, keep my protection up and have faith, Well, anyway, I'm supposed to be doing a reading for you guys. So the result is the King of Cups. This is somebody that's thinking about, they're stuck in their head right now. They're thinking about coming in and offering something of an emotional nature. Okay, everything's kind of stuck. Everything's kind of stagnant right now. And that kind of goes back to in the past to where somebody has also kind of shut down a little bit. Okay, they're just not open right now. Okay. But we have, like I said, somebody's thinking about this. But see, you have two major arcanas around this, which are some major changes, okay? I do think this person's coming in, because we have the Empress here. She's not just pregnant anymore. Okay, she has given birth. Okay, this is new life. This is tapping into our gratitude, tapping into nature, okay, tapping into who we are, staying very grounded and having that faith and trust, okay? And then we have the death card. There is no death. There is only transformation, transmutation. Just like water can be frozen, it turns into a solid. But when it melts, it turns back into liquid again. If you boil it, it turns into steam, but it comes back down and becomes liquid again, okay? It's just nothing can be destroyed, nothing dies. Okay, this card to me also represents this is making choices and decisions, okay, and making changes in your life. This is through your choices and decisions, not just something that, the Tower card is where the universe steps in and shakes things up, but this is you making changes, you making decisions, okay? So the last two cards are motivation. When spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. And that's one of the things I've been encouraging everybody. How many things do you have on a bucket list? Oh, if I had enough time, I would do this, I would do that, okay? And it's like, now you got time. Now you got time. Instead of sitting around worrying about things and falling into fear, then do something creative, do something beautiful, okay? Happiness. Immense delight can be found in the smallest of things. Cultivate fluttering moments of joy. Okay? So sometimes we just need to reframe that thinking process. Sometimes we just, I caught myself all of a sudden, I don't have TV. Okay? I have Disney and I have Gaia, but I don't have TV. And my SIM chip went out on my phone. I replaced the SIM chip, had to reprogram the whole dang thing, and I've got a news program that keeps popping up with all this negative stuff. And it's like, all of a sudden I found myself mesmerized by all this stuff that's coming through. And it's like, what am I doing? Why am I buying into all this stuff? I have always been one I've always been different. Everybody else has gone out and drank and partied and stuff. And I was out learning things or reading. I was always doing my own thing, and they used to make fun of me and tell me, oh, she's just Mother Nature. And they say, well, how come you don't get high with this? And somebody finally stuck up for me one time, says, oh, she's on a natural high. But I was always different. But that's one thing. I've always done my own thing. I've always been creative. It's just, I don't even know how to explain. You go crazy with that. And I caught myself getting all caught up in all this stuff. And it's like, what am I doing? So now I'm watching Disney. Yeah. And it's like, you know what, hon? We're here for a reason right now. We came to experience this, If you look at this from a soul level, this is a big thing. This is a big thing to experience. What kind of epiphany did you have, hon? Our souls probably fought for the amongst ourselves to have the ability to be here and go through this. We haven't gone through this in 500 years, back when the Reformation happened. I used to wander around the neighborhood. I'd be like 18 months old and wandering around the neighborhood because my mom would throw me out to go do whatever I do all day. Yeah, you know, I live by myself. My family lives an hour away. I just do my own thing. But then now I'm doing readings all the time, but I think that's more I try to be encouraging. Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, and I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm in awe of the universe and how it works all the time anyway, you know, because I am more and more aware of patterns, how things are put. You're learning tarot. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm more and more aware of patterns. And I had a very explicit example. I was getting ready to leave. I wanted to do some errands before I went to a doctor's appointment. Have you ever done any healing work? One of the things I learned in healing work is to like step back and let the universe work through me. I don't think I'd be able to do tarot cards if I hadn't learned to do that. Well, anyway, I was going to tell you. So I was going to the doctor's one day, and I was going to leave an hour and a half early so I could run errands because it was going to be late when I got out of the doctor's office, right? So everything kept happening to delay me. I had to order something online. My credit card was expired. What? So I had to go find the new credit card. And then I finally got it ordered. And then something else happened. And then somebody called. And then then I couldn't find my keys. And I said, okay, that's too much stuff going on to keep me from leaving early. So I said, thank you, universe, for whatever you needed to protect me from, or whatever, whether it was a car accident or whatever the heck it was. And yeah, and so when I was driving through the next little town, I ran into somebody that I needed to see that is not usually there, okay, because they live an hour away. And it's like, wow, everything had to be timed explicitly so I would run into this person at this specific time. And it's like, I am just in awe of everything. And that's one of the things I say is, universe, thank you for everything you do for me, seen and unseen. Because we don't know. Yeah, divine timing. Exactly. But it was so funny because it was very, very obvious that I was being delayed for a reason in order to coordinate things. I'm telling you, I just sit back with my yes. The only thing I can say is kind of step back. One thing I've learned, though, because see, I would second guess myself with doing the readings, and yes, I would second guess myself with the readings, and it's like, you know what? If I'm going to trust the universe, I'm going to have to say what's coming through my mouth. And I had somebody that I knew was going through domestic violence, and the cards were clearly saying, and this popped out of my mouth, you're being beaten down, beaten down, beaten down, beaten down. When are you going to make a choice? When are you going to make a decision? And I'm thinking, this is coming out of my mouth, and I'm thinking, do I really want to be saying this, knowing what she went through? But you know what was funny is she messaged me later and thanked me for the information. It's like, wow. You know, it's something that she needed to hear. So The thing is, we need to quit second guessing ourselves and follow that intuition, follow that knowing, you know? Yeah. So it's you can't tell me there's not an intelligence out there. You can't tell me that. I've experienced too many things through my lifetime since I was a little girl, you know? Yeah. And right now, like I said, we're here for a reason. We're here to experience this. And we have that magnificence with this, that resilience. And we need to tap into that. And I was reading this earlier. I wrote this down. It says, reason is powerless. Reason is powerless in the expression of love. Rumi. And it's like, wow. You know, because I was listening to people throw out a bunch of judgment and something on Facebook, and then that was next, and it's like, wow, yeah, because these people were trying to put their points of view out there about, oh, well, I think that we should open up the economy because of herd immunity. Okay, I can understand that's your point of view, and I could respect that, but the thing is, you need to respect our value of life and other people and stuff too. You know, that's like leaving it up to what do they call it? Survival of the fittest. When I know there's more than that to us, you know. So it's and hate is not the opposite of fear. A hate is not the opposite of love. Fear is. Everything that underlies hate is fear. Okay. And if we're given into this fear with everything they're putting out, then we're not, you know. So like I was telling you earlier, going in, there's one fly in here. I opened the door for 15 minutes yesterday and got one fly. It's driving me nuts. Okay. If you go in and look at the playlist under classes, there's 2 videos on there. They're under 4 minutes each. One's Who Does It Belong To? And the other one is the bubble technique. So if you start writing down all those points of view, all those stories that you tell yourself, and start clearing them, and the metaphors that we have been told all our lives. Yeah. Girl, it's like 16 degrees out there right now. We had 2 days last week that were warm, and one day, well, I think yesterday was 46, but it's like 16 degrees. So it's, yeah. But the points of view, the story we tell ourselves hold us back. And so one of the first things that I have people clear when I teach them the bubble technique is it's better to give than it is to receive. Yeah, we've got snow on the ground right now. It snowed yesterday, and it snowed last night, and it's going to snow again the next 2 days, up to 10 inches of snow here. See, there's that fly. So I need to get a book on metaphors, because there's things that we are told. Man's reality teaches us things like it's better to give than it is to receive. No, if you don't know how to receive, the universe can't give to you. If money doesn't grow on trees, yeah, it does. It's made of paper. Okay, and it's just energy anyway. What else? Oh, you have to work hard for your money. I had a bunch of people clear that on Sunday. They were freaking out. They said the energy was so heavy. Okay. But see, those are metaphors. And you look at things that your parents told you. or your teachers told you, any figure of authorities as you were growing up. Like my son and my daughter, youngest, to learned a technique from one of my friends. With eye movements, okay? And first thing that they did was go in and clear statements the teachers had told them that were holding them back. And it's like, wow. So these are the stories that we tell ourselves, and the programs that we're programmed with that hold us back from being who we are and making choices and decisions. So try that bubble technique and let me know what you think of it, hon. And clear some of that stuff that you tell yourself. Like you can't trust your intuition. We just need to start listening. And I tell people, man's reality keeps us so busy that we don't have time to listen to the universe. And I would tell them, even if you could learn to still your mind for 10 minutes a day and just listen, it will change your life dramatically. Well, everybody's got time now, and there's a million. Yeah. Yeah, I can't read for myself. I'm too emotionally involved. Okay, I'm going to let you go. I need to go in and do Scorpio next. Scorpio and Leo tonight. And then yeah. Thank you for being here. Thank you for talking with me. Thank you for keeping me entertained. Okay. And maybe one of these nights I'll see you on the Tarot and Talk on Sunday nights. I hope you subscribe, then you can be notified when I go on. I may start doing it a couple times a week because I think people need to talk. Yeah, I've enjoyed it too. Thank you very much. Okay? Everybody have a good one, and namaste.